right, guys, it is now Wednesday, September 27th, but we are combining corn. So Sean is way down there. There's my humble abode, our 378 RX with the V1100 grain cart on it. And yeah, we're combining corn. Off kind of early for us to be combining corn. Little bit wetter than we'd like to, but here's the reason we're combining. So we're dealing with some corn rootworm pressure in this field. The corn's right around 23-24%, so not horrible, but it's also September 27th, so don't necessarily want to be picking that early. Sure, we're saving some header loss versus letting it dry down in the field, but we also want to get that corn, save as much of it as we can. It's either corn rootworm, yeah, it's corn rootworm we're dealing with. But yeah, we're starting to get a decent chunk of the field out. Kevin's getting the dryer going. One thing I wanted to show you guys while I'm out here is I am extremely impressed with those stalk stompers that we put on the corn head. So, doing exactly what we want. That thing is broke. I've actually, just in the few loads we've done, I've actually seen Sean push out stalks with the rip balls with them. Pretty cool. We might have him set a little aggressive, but that's okay. We want to do a really good job managing these stalks, as you guys well know if you've followed along in the channel. But yeah, let's hop back in the tractor here, and I'll give you a little preview of what's going on in here. All right, so like I said, I'm in our 378 RX. We actually have the Command Pro model. This is my first time actually driving this tractor. Drove it around in the yard a little bit, but that's it. We weren't able to use this for weed control because we haven't got our smaller belts for the back. Right now they're 25-inch belts. We need 18-inch belts in order to use this for row crop, otherwise we'll be, like right now, I can't really show you, but see how close that back track is getting to the stalks. Yeah, that wouldn't have done so good for weed control. We would have pulled down a lot of crop, hurt a lot of crop. So yeah, this is my first time using it. Little different getting used to, so I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Command Pro, but this is how I drive the tractor. It's almost like getting in a spaceship and trying to figure it out, but I'm getting there. Probably not utilizing every single of the sweet features this machine has, but it's definitely working for me, so that's all that matters. The more you use it, the more you'll get used to it. But yeah, one new thing we did this year, I moved our scale head over here. I'm not sure how crazy I am about that yet. It'll probably end up going back over here. It's nice over there for when you're unloading, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to be over here watching the combine, which you'll see me do because I already see Sean's getting another pile again. It's kind of nice seeing your scale. Almost be nice to just have two of the scale heads in here, but that's probably not economical. So yeah, this is our first time ever running anything but a 2-track on a grain cart, and man, this is smooth sailing. This is really smooth. So we have our big ridges in this field from cultivating, and man, this thing turning across them, it's not smooth, but definitely more smooth than what running those were. What running our previous just RT, the 2-tracks, were. This thing's really got some good suspension, and I'll show you that right now when I get moved over. Hopefully you guys will stay there. So yeah, Sean's getting a pretty good pile up there. Alright, so this is what it's like driving across. Hold on, let me slow down a little bit yet. But watch those tracks. I mean, I'm going 6 miles an hour across these, and I feel the grain cart bouncing more than I feel anything else tractor wise. So I'm gonna get up next to Sean here. got my auto steer engaged, and here we go. There's the combine. Gonna start slowing down here, get up under him, get going 4 miles an hour, and here we go. Sean's already unloading. As you can tell, we got a little bit of foxtail in this field. Nothing too crazy. Actually really impressed with our weed control in this field. So if you've been an avid watcher, this is the field that I was rotary hoeing in. I think that's the only rotary hoe video we have. And this is the field I was in, and you guys could tell I was pretty stressed about how this field would look, but man, our field's really cleaned up nicely this year. Things look really good. You can just see you don't see many broadleaves, don't see anything sticking up above the corn. Corn is just nice and clean, not a lot of competition in there, which is the name of our game, keeping weeds out of the corn, weeds away from the crops, so that they can live life to their fullest potential. And here you can see the camera that I got on top, watching where I need to be and what I need to do. But yeah, this is what grain carting's like on Century Farms. You just kind of can sit back and relax a little bit. We probably grain cart a little bit different than other people, so I'll just come up to the combine and I just go a certain speed. Sean will tell me where he kind of wants me, and then I just set that and I don't touch it. I let him control the speed of everything. I don't sit there and try to speed up or slow down for him, because then it's kind of like crossing two paths. There's kind of some confusion there. So this way we don't have any confusion. Sean knows what he's doing and he knows what I'm doing. So that kind of works out best that way. But yeah, I already got 20,000 pounds in there. So Sean's got to be getting pretty close to empty here. Then we'll go fill up the truck. We got one more dump needed on that truck, and then we will, hopefully Kevin's got the dryer going and he can come and switch out trucks for us. We're harvesting a mile away from our bin site. So Jerry's actually on a hunting trip right now. He's on his way back. Usually we like to have 4 people for corn harvest, but when we're only a mile from our bin site, 3 people's plenty. We can usually keep up if we keep the dryer running. That's kind of the main thing. It's usually the first day thing. You got a bunch of kinks you gotta work out and fine tune some things and whatnot. You know, you can do all sorts of pre-harvest inspecting and, pre-firing, fire the dryer, dry fire it without any corn in there. And it's, we just did that like 3 weeks ago. I had the dryer guy here, and sure enough, the day we get the combine going in some corn, it doesn't want to work. But that's how it goes. That's farming for you. Pretty relaxing day. We're not too fired up about getting too much done or what so have you. We're just, want to get things rocking and rolling, get this corn picked up before it goes down too much. So that's the one thing about this corn rootworm. It's attacking the nodal roots on the corn. And we're just, it's starting to go down a little bit. So that's not good. We want to get that picked up before it goes down any worse, or before we have a big windstorm. So if areas are already going down, we haven't had much for wind or rain. This field we've only had 4 inches of rain on since we planted. So let's say a thunderstorm rolled through and brought some pretty pounding rain and some good wind, this corn would be really flat. So I'm glad we're getting it. Yeah, we probably don't need to be drying corn in September, but that's what we're gonna do. We're probably gonna save more than taking that gamble with Mother Nature, because typically when you gamble with Mother Nature, you don't win. So we're gonna do our best to prevent anything from happening. All right, so I'm pulled up to the truck. I only need a few 1,000 pounds here, so I'm gonna turn on my PTO, let it get going, rev up my Engine RPMs. Ooh, had a little bit in the 2. Didn't get it shut all the way. That's alright. So there we go. We are unloading. Should have some more corn coming out here pretty quick. But yeah, there we go. That's grain carting on Century Farms, so pretty cool. Really, really happy with this tractor so far. Yeah, it's a big price tag, but man, it's quite the upgrade over even our 2020 8345 that we had on here last year. There's just so many cool new designs and features that just makes grain carting here really, really easy. So I'm gonna get my door shut here. There we go. That truck is full. So being we're only a mile away from the bin site, I don't even worry about rolling the tarp. And talking about features, here's the best feature of this tractor. Right there is my seat massager. So when I'm just sitting in here relaxing all day, especially being I don't have to get out and roll tarps, I can just get a massage all day long and yeah, just float across the field and keep grain away from the combine and to the bins, and it's relatively pretty easy. So